with No Recipe Required, and tonight I'm eating this. Wouldn't you like to eat something like this too? Well, you can. I'm going to show you how to make it. Only takes about 5 minutes to make this fabulous marinade with soy, with ginger, with lemongrass. Put the chicken in there a few hours in the fridge, let it do its thing. Take it out. 20-30 minutes to cook it off, no biggie, and you can be eating. It's absolutely wonderful. You're going to be blown away. Your friends and family, your kids, everybody's going to be blown away. You got to try this, and when you do, let me know how it goes. I want to know your ideas, and you know what? Give my channel a subscribe, because I'm coming out with new great stuff like this every single week, really focusing on how to make it taste fabulous, how to do it simply. So, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on one of the easiest marinades around. I've got soy sauce, call it maybe 1/3 of a cup in there, along with the soy sauce. Obviously, very salty, very umami. I've got some mirin here, which is kind of sweet, got a little bit of that exotic sweet flavor, I'd say. If you can't find it, use like orange juice, I find is a pretty good substitute. Shallot, diced up right there. I've got a little bit of grapeseed oil. Sesame seed oil would be even better. I've got 4, 5 pretty large garlic cloves chopped up. You don't have to be too precise here, because whatever you're marinating is going to be in there for a couple hours or so. Plenty of time for the flavors to infuse. About an equal amount of ginger. And then lemongrass. If you're not familiar with it, I've got kind of 2 stalks here. One I chopped up already. This next one we'll dice up. Got a great flavor. If you're actually going to eat it, you got to chop it very, very finely. But if you're just marinating like this, you can just throw it right in there. And then our final touch, I've got a little bit of vermouth, a little bit of booze in there is always appreciated. And we just mix it up. And it's that simple. This is a simple, quick kind of soy ginger marinade, great for chicken, great for steak, great for pork, really whatever you want. Okay, marinade is together. Just stir it, make sure it's all mixed. Hard to not mix it. Then I've got our chicken. I've got 3 chicken breasts in a Ziploc bag here. Toss that marinade in. I like to do it in a bag, because frankly you get away with less marinade. You don't have to like worry about the chicken fully submerged, because you can just press the air out. Then move it all around. You got all parts of that chicken nicely covered. Clean out your bowl, and then take the bag, throw it in the bowl, throw it all in the fridge. That's just in case there's a hole in the bag, then it leaks in the bowl, not in your refrigerator. And then let it go for anywhere from like 2 to 7 hours. So after a few hours in the marinade, time to take our chicken out. Now, a couple things you want to do with this dish, and frankly, for almost all marinated dishes, you want to kind of shake off the excess, and I even kind of blot it dry. You want to make sure that the chicken, as it goes into the pan, has most of that moisture off. Otherwise, you're really just kind of steaming / boiling the chicken, which you don't want. You still want to get that good sear. So I kind of blot it with a paper towel here. I may come back and do it again. The other thing you want to do is just let it come up to room temperature, and that way you're going to be able to get a more evenly cooked piece of chicken all the way through. And so once we do that, we're going to come back, we'll do a final little seasoning on this, and then we'll cook them up. Our chicken is now up to room temperature. I've got a pan over kind of medium-high heat, grapeseed oil, other kind of neutral oil to the pan. Olive oil I think is fine, but if you're doing Asian cooking, I tend to avoid it. And we're going to go presentation side down. You want to hear that nice sizzle in the pan. Now when you're working with marinades, you also want to make sure you don't go too hot, because there tends to be sugar in the marinades, and they tend to burn pretty quickly. So I'd go hotter if I hadn't marinated the chicken. This is, like I said, kind of medium-high heat. I'm going to let it sear for about 3 or 4 minutes on that side. Not going to touch the pan, not going to touch the chicken. Just let it sear. We're going to flip it over. So it's been 3 or 4 minutes, and you can see around the edges of the chicken. Pan's starting to get dark like that. That is the sugars burning off, but totally fine. The chicken itself is not burning. And again, that's where I say keep it a little bit below kind of the highest heat possible. We're going to flip it over. Now we got to go clean our tongs, clean our cutting board, all that. I'm going to move the whole pan now. This is an oven-proof pan. into a 380 degree oven until the internal temperature of the chicken reaches 160 degrees. While our chicken roasts away in the oven, what we can do, optionally, is make it, you like my little baby bowl there? I got kids. We can make a little bit of a sauce. What I did, this is the marinade that we did the chicken in. You can't drink or eat the marinade without cooking it. It's had raw chicken in it. But if you bring it to a boil, you kill everything that you need to get killed in there, and we can make a nice little sauce out of it. What I'm going to do is just use that, and then I'm going to add maybe 15% more of what's in there. Orange juice. First squeeze orange juice. You can use whatever right out of the carton. It's all good. So I've got maybe 85% of the marinade, 15% orange juice. I'm just going to let this simmer down, reduce by about a third or so, and then that's essentially our sauce. We'll see if we need to thicken it, but that might just be perfect as is. All right, you can see here our chicken, beautifully cooked, nice and brown and golden brown. Bring it up to that temperature, at least 160, 165 on the center. What I did, I simmered down our marinade mixed with a little bit of orange juice. Now, like almost all marinades, it's going to get super thick and it's going to get super flavorful, very, very strong. Probably too much for a direct sauce, unless you want to thin it down with some stock or something, maybe a little more mild flavor. What I'm going to do though, is I'm just going to pat our chicken with that little bit of marinade, go around the edges where it's nice and thick and it's going to stick on there. The residual heat from the chicken will just kind of let that seep in, create a bit of a flavorful, layerful crust right on there. And this is all while the chicken rests. So just go ahead and set the chicken aside and let it rest for a good 5 minutes or so before we serve it up. Okay, let's go ahead and serve up our Asian marinated chicken breasts. I got a little bit of vegetable fried rice with mine. Lay it right down in the middle, and then why not a little bit more of that pan drippings kind of right over the top. It is, taste it, make sure it's not too strong. Moderate and taste, and there you go. I will see you next time on No Recipe Required. Holy cow, you made it to the end of the video. Hope you saw something you liked, hope you tried this recipe. If so, throw something in the comments, let me know how it turned out. And you know what? I put videos up every week, sometimes twice a week. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. Click this little button right here, should be somewhere around my fingers. And you'll get updates when I post new videos. You can comment, you can enjoy, we can all learn to cook better. I'll see you next time.